Hey Taurus, how are you? My name is Danielle. Welcome to Moonlight Intuition. This is going to be a general reading for you. And if there are messages that resonate with you, please like the video and subscribe to the channel because I post free weekly readings. So obviously you want to keep up with that. And if you'd like to schedule a personal reading with me, all the info for that is in the description box below. So let's see what we got here. Taurus, ooh, love it. We're almost done Pisces season. Ooh, speak of the devil. I feel like, okay, these two kind of came out together, so I'm going to put them together. Okay, we have the Queen of Swords. We have the Nine of Cups. And these two kind of popped out together, so I'm rolling with it. We have the Ten of Swords and the Fool. Now, first of all, I feel like I'm going to say this in every video. I cut my thumb and my index finger on 2 separate occasions cooking. I was like chopping and then, yeah. And then a few nights later, I was like, yeah. And now maybe I'm going to say this to every sign because maybe it's kind of relevant. So all to say, I expected that I was going to cut my index finger and like within 1 second I did. So Taurus, I feel like you went through a phase, and many of us did, perhaps expecting the worst or like expecting, but it's time for you to expect the best, not just hope, expect, because you already are the best. You already have it all. And I do think a whole new chapter is starting for you. Now, the Queen of Swords. This is all about seeing clarity for the first time. Some of you might have had, like seen things from above, the tree line. You might have seen the bigger picture of things recently for the first time, like things that you were very fixated on. Now again, and you are a fixed sign. It can be like you guys get shit done, but it can be you can become very fixated on things for better or for worse, right? And I think maybe you saw the broader picture of things. Now, there's something here, and also too for any of you, if there's like a relevant air sign in your life, like a Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra, this could signify something having to do specifically with an air sign. For some of you, again, this is a general reading, take it or leave it, if it resonates with you. But there's something I think that you've kind of seen maybe also like taking stock again in a grateful way of the foundations that you've laid for yourself in your life. Because this Nine of Cups is kind of just like, to me, especially with this reading, for some reason, I feel like this is you finally being like, yeah, look at everything I have. Look at all the shit I have. Look at all the people I have. Look at all the money I have. Look how hot I am. Look how, like, you know what I mean? Not in a showy way, but also fuck it in a showy way. I think you've kind of seen clarity again, that it's almost like maybe you've been like, like obsessed with one thing, and all of a sudden you started kind of maybe trying to not only wake up and obsess about that one thing, and you kind of started seeing kind of where you're at, like where you're actually at, instead of being like, I wish I was there, or I wish this person was here, or I wish I had this, or I wish I had that. For some reason, I'm seeing that also, and you're like, rose above things. And maybe some of you have been communicating more clearly lately instead of kind of, we all have our own ways of avoiding the truth. And maybe for Taurus, it can come out in that stubbornness, and that's not a judgment. Every sign has its own kind of thing. Taurus, you're the bull. You're loyal, but you're stubborn. There's a light and a shadow to all things. So I think maybe in the past, maybe you communicated in more stubborn ways. Well, but this is how this is supposed to be, and that's how I want you to act that way. Now maybe you're starting to be like, because the Queen of Swords doesn't fuck around. Like, she's like cuts, and the swords and tarot it cuts through the truth. So maybe you started being like, hey, this is how I've been feeling, and this is really what I think, if we're talking about relationships, whatever, whether that be romantic, business, friends, yourself. Maybe you've just even been communicating better with yourself and being clear instead of being like falling into those traps of like wanting more, needing more, but it's never, and it'll never satiate you. I feel like you've started communicating and like just cutting through the bullshit and being like, even if it's with yourself, okay, so-and-so, person so-and-so, I'm feeling this way. What could I do right now? Like, what would make me feel better in this moment? And then it's like kind of like balancing yourself out moment to moment. Because yeah, I feel like some of you have like returned to reality a little bit. Because I think you have, I mean, you're a Taurus, like you're an earth sign, you're a fixed sign. I think you have set a lot of foundations in your life. And it doesn't mean to say like your life will never change. Life is always changing. The only constant is change, as they say. But there's something that we don't want you to just kind of like topple over everything you've worked so hard for, right? And to know that it's like that foundation can always also change, right? It's like a game of Jenga. Like if you have a foundation, you can also be like, you know what, maybe this one will come out and this one. But I think it's like you're meant to be more, is meticulous the right word? Like your true nature is kind of slow and steady. And when you kind of get in these like, kind of like irrational places, for lack of a better word, it's not your true nature. You're not meant to move like that. Because then like if you're like, like, you know what I mean? If you're acting on your emotions and blah, 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 you really, yeah, you could topple down even like foundations that it took you a long time to build. And then it's kind of too late, right? It's like, oh, fuck, right? So I think you've returned to a good place. And I'm really proud of you, Taurus. Yeah, I think you've seen things clearly. And again, some of you, and again, and this could also, some of you could be dealing with a water sign. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. I mean, we are in Pisces season as well. So for some of you, it could just be like lately that you've been like, okay, I need to like check myself. Because yeah, you, I think you do like stability. And yes, we want you to kind of keep almost like adding to the foundation, taking a block out if needed, not just like, like burning it all to the ground. But sometimes that life brings that too. But yeah, I think you've seen a lot of clarity lately. And again, there's something here, maybe with an air sign. There's like 2 air sign things coming up. So again, for some of you, it could be Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. There's something here, like, I like that these 2 came out together, because this really is the end of a cycle and the beginning of a cycle. So it's almost like you might still slightly be at an in-between, or maybe some of you have already kind of like begun, but I feel like something ended for you. Now, for some of you, maybe something literally ended. And maybe that brought you the clarity, like maybe it was like a hard thing you went through that ended, that then you got clarity later, or maybe you got clarity and then ended something. Whether that, for some of you, if it's a relationship, you left a job, cut out some friendships that just weren't aligned with you anymore, maybe all of the above. For some of you, it might just be, but you're a Taurus. I feel like for some reason it'd be like out there, like things specifically that you were like, but I feel like also it's come from your inner world. Kind of, yeah, taking stock of your life and where you're at and how amazing it is. And now the good thing is, if you have kind of like, okay, yeah, my old way of communicating wasn't working, and now you're kind of seeing the result out there of like, okay, when I change my communication, how it's making me feel, how it's affecting my outer relationships, how it's affecting my decision making every day, it affects how I take care of myself. So I think it's like you have gotten rid of like maybe some stubborn ways, and probably got rid of people that weren't maybe meant for you right now. It's not to say they're not meant for you later, but it's like right now. And yeah, jobs, whatever. There's something that you've ended and is ending. And maybe some of you, it's like the clarity has just come and you might be on the verge of ending something. And now if that's the case, I send you a lot of love. You will survive whatever it is that you are ending, even if it's an old resentment that you're like, no, this is the sword I want to die on. And you're like, I forgive, or whatever, right? I send you so much love if you're about to end something, but it's like, it's the Pisces new moon that just went down on Sunday. Really, it was like about endings. And it's almost like we're feeling the waves of it today. Like I'm doing this on the 12th. What's today, a Tuesday, Wednesday? Tuesday. And the new moon was on Sunday. We're kind of feeling the ripples of it after. So it kind of still is we're closing a lot of loops. So you have some of you are clear that you're like, whoa, okay, wait, I'm seeing the bigger picture of like this that I once wanted. I still kind of want it, but I can see it's not really beneficial for me right now. I don't really want it anymore. But anyway, all to say, it's like you're like really about to take some kind of leap of faith. And for some of you, the leap of faith might be ending something. But this is a really positive card. And it like, the Fool is 0 in tarot. My band-aids. I hate it. The 0, starts the entire major arcana, okay? So I feel like some of you are really starting a whole new cycle, because like the major arcana starts with 0 at the Fool and goes through all of the major arcana and ends at 21 with the World. So I feel like some of you are really about to take some kind of leap of faith. Maybe you're going to take some kind of risk. Whether it's like ending something, starting something, whatever. For some of you, it could be like, I'm just going to call that person I'm in love with and ask them out. And some of you could be like, I'm quitting my fucking job. I hate this. I hate this. I hate you. I hate you. I don't like any of this shit. I don't like the work. I don't make enough money. Like some of you could be like, I'm done, right? Or some of you could be like, I'm gonna start freelancing. I'm gonna like, there's something like a big risk that's gonna be taken. And I just wanna say it's like, dare to look like a fool. There's something really powerful about being at this stage of life. It's kind of like naive, but in a good way. But now you're an adult. You're not like naive like a kid, but like you've been through shit now and you're like, I'm gonna take a risk. And like if I look bad, for some of you it could be like creativity, like something that you're like, oh my God, usually I would never. Now you're like, what do I even care? I'm just gonna like throw shit at the wall and see what sticks, right? So I think you are at a powerful place, and whatever it is, like if you're on a path to clarity, really it's like, I think it's like clarity over confidence. I think clarity brings confidence. Because like when you're trying to be confident, it's like it's just somewhat, you're just keep looking for things that make you unconfident. Like, oh, I can do this. But when you see things clearly, you can like focus on you again and be like, okay, yeah, I can see things. I kind of know how to proceed a bit better now in ways that I did not before. So I think, yeah, Taurus, like between now and Aries season, which is like next week, like March 19th, it's just like kind of keep taking stock of everything you have, find gratitude, go have fun. You know, we're just kind of like letting the gas burn off until the new energetic year starts March 19th. And if you're about to take a leap of faith, I think this is your sign. Like all signs point to yes. If there's something that you're like, I should just do this, I should just pull the trigger on this, it's like yes. And that'll resonate with people in different ways. But this is like, yes, do that thing that you're terrified of, but that you know is kind of like the portal, the wormhole into the next chapter of your life. I send you so much love, Taurus. I'm a dog sitter too, and Charlie, oh look at him just tanning in the sun. He sends you so much love too. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video. It just does help my channel grow. And look at my band-aids. The band-aid tarot girl. And not like shuffling cards with like disgusting band-aids. I love you, Taurus. Have a great day.